One challenge most 9 to 5ers or corporate workers face is how to prioritize your free time, how to achieve some things in your personal goals, your personal, how to focus on your personal development. Because if you don't, your life will just basically revolve around work, and work is always going to try to encroach on your free time. So it's left to you to be able to do what is needed in order to grow, in order to focus on your personal development and your personal growth. If you're in these shoes, this video is for you, because personally I'm going to be sharing my personal experience on how I prioritize my evenings and my free time in order to grow and to develop myself personally, and not just my life revolving around work. So the first thing you should do, which is what I do as a 9 to 5er, is to create an evening routine. Definitely, you're not going to come back from work at the same time. Like, you're not going to be at home every evening at the same time. Sometimes you're going to be back at 7, sometimes you're going to be back at 8, sometimes you're going to be back at 9, just depending on the traffic or depending on what you're going to do that day. But it's very, very crucial for you to have an evening routine. So it's not just if you come back, you're just going to use binge watch a movie on Netflix or spend a lot of screen time, use social media and just sleep off when you're tired. No. Yes, your body needs a lot of sleep, but it's very, very crucial for you to create a routine so that you can also be able to achieve some things. Your life is going to grow. If not, you're going to wake up in like 5 years time and just that you've been working, and basically you have maybe nothing else to show for it except the income or the savings you've been able to accumulate during your period of work. My evening routine basically goes this way. When I come home, I just have my bathing duty because it gives me relief from all the stress of work that day. So it's very, very crucial that you can take a hot shower or a cold shower, just depending on which gives you relief. And then after that, I could have a light dinner. I'm not a night food person, so just something light goes. If you love eating a lot, you can have maybe dinner or just eat fruits or anything you feel like is comfortable for you. I spend minimal time on social media. You can just maybe spend like 20 minutes or 30 minutes on social media, because once you're just like, oh, I'm just going to be doing as the spirit leads, maybe just go to social media and use up my time as the spirit lead, you're going to end up spending 2 hours or more on social media. So it's very crucial that you time yourself. You can set a screen limits for your social media usage time in the evening. Just be 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on how much time you want to spend on social media. So after doing this, I am an early sleeper. I must go to bed on time if I want to achieve anything that day, because my brain is usually hot in the evening. I can't come back and just open my system and maybe start working, start doing 1 or 2 for my own personal development. It doesn't work for me. I don't know, some people it might work for you, so depending on what works for individual. But what works for me is for me to go to bed on time. I'm an early morning person or late in the night person. When the whole place is quiet and calm, I function very properly, I function very well. So if I go to bed, I would wake up like maybe 12 or 1 or 2, depending on when I want to wake up that day, and depending on what I want to do, what I want to achieve that day. So if this routine works for you, you can try that. So if I wake up, and if you're the kind of person that you decide you're going to wake up, you also have to set a target for that period you're going to wake up. You cannot just wake up and just work simultaneously, just keep working. You're going to end up having no sleep and no rest. Sleep is also very important, so you need to have some resting period. So if I wake up, I can decide to work for 2 hours, 3 hours, depends on what I want to achieve that day. So it's very, very crucial to know maybe have a to-do list that you tick every week or every morning or every month, depending on the target you set for yourself. I just basically work for mostly 2 hours. When I wake up, I could spend the first 30 minutes trying to get out of bed, because of course it's not always easy. Nothing good comes easy. So I could spend the next 30 minutes trying my best to like get out of bed. And when I finally do, I'm like, my energy is way, like, it's a lot, it's very high, and I'm working, I'm trying to do this. If I'm trying to change a career or I'm trying to move to another position, I could spend that maybe 1 hour or 2 hours looking for job opportunities. If I'm trying to develop myself, maybe I could spend that time taking online courses or reading a book or just doing something, anything I plan to do. If I want to pray during that time, I could spend that time praying. Just depend on what my plan for that day or that evening. So that's like very crucial. It works very, very well for me. And then after that, I make sure that, okay, if I'm waking by 1 or by 12, I make sure I go back to sleep by 3. Like, you literally have to tell yourself that your body needs sleep, so you need to go back and sleep. If not, you could spend the whole night working. You'll still be energized at work, but yes, but at some point your body is going to break down. So you also need to prioritize your sleep. So you need to give yourself some time, your body some time to rest, to re-energize for the next day work, of course. So prioritizing your evening will be able to help you like achieve your personal development, your personal goals, anything you set for yourself. You cannot just come home and just like maybe take a bottle of beer and just, yes, some days are like that. There are some cheat days. Some people can say, oh, Fridays I'm not going to be doing anything, I'm going to sleep or do whatever I like, or like watch movies or go to the club. Good and fine, but you can just use maybe 3 days or 4 days out of the week and, you know, pursue your personal growth and development. Another thing that would help you like grow is to set learning goals. Learning never ends. You're always going to need learning. Either you learn new skills or you're enhancing what you already know, what you already learn. So me, what work for me, you can be maybe getting another degree, a master's, a PhD while working, and if you don't put in the effort, you're not going to achieve it, because it's going to be very difficult combining work and school together. So basically, what works for me, if I'm pursuing a master's degree or I'm trying to get something done, I try my best to use books, like physical books and not just online books, because I'm already spending lots of time on the screen at work, and sometimes when I'm taking online courses on my system at home in the night. So if I'm trying to like, if I'm actually trying to get another degree, I just use physical books, because it will give me some time off the screen while I'm also prioritizing my personal growth and development. This works perfectly fine for me. And then as in 9 to 5, it's very likely that you just get enrolled in work culture and you forget to prioritize your health, your physical health, your mental health. You're just like going to work, coming back, little time you have, you're just going to spend on social media, going to sleep. So it's very crucial for you to like take steps in making sure your mental health and your physical health are in check. You could do this by just exercising, but it's easier said than done. You can easily say that, oh, I'm going to be exercising, and at the end of the day you're not going to do anything. So sometimes what works for me basically is that every morning, I'm not like a big gym person. If you're a big gym person, you can just go to the gym and maybe get a membership. Since you've paid money, you don't want to lose your money, so you're just going to be going there. Or for people that don't really like going to the gym, maybe they want to jog, you can be jogging on weekends, or maybe just getting some cardio like in the evening or in the mornings. Like sometimes I wake up very early and just spend the first 10 or 20 minutes just jogging or walking. If I can't jog or walk, I just basically skip for 5 minutes, because my job involves like sitting down for long hours. You can sit throughout the day, you're not going to be exercising or getting any cardio done. So it's very crucial for you to be able to move around, like in the morning or in the evening after work. Like just exercise a little during your free time. Another thing that works for me is for me to use my weekends, that's like my Saturday and Sunday, to work on my side hustle. Most people that work 9 to 5 always you should have a side hustle, because of course you can't depend on one source of income. So using your weekends to work on your side hustles, you can schedule meetings. If you're in a business, maybe a partnership, or you're a sole proprietor, you can check your goals, evaluate your goals, and then set new goals, new targets, things you have to achieve for the next week or the next month, depending on how you plan yourself. So using your weekends to work on other things aside your work. I know your work is always going to try to encroach on your free time, like it's always going to be there, but you're the one that is going to set that limits and that boundary and be like, okay, no, this is my personal time, I have to use it to do other things that are also important in my life and not just work. This is a very short video, and I hope you picked something from this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like, comment, and subscribe for videos like this.